Hi everyone, this is Arti De Rosario for Guts of the Matter. I haven't made a video in weeks and weeks and weeks. I had made one on perfection that went missing, lost into the ether. So I guess I'll do it again. What I'd like to say about people who class themselves as perfectionists, or those of us who create an image in our minds of what we think things should be like or look like or behave like, and then aim to recreate that vision in reality. There's nothing wrong with wanting things to be a certain way. However, when we forsake everything else to achieve that vision, is when it starts to become problematic. I don't think personally that wanting a beautifully maintained home, which is uncluttered and clean and neat and tidy, is a particularly bad goal to have. However, when we forego or forsake human connection or being there for our loved ones, or give up all sense of sleep or life just to attain this level of perfection, is when it starts to become an issue. I work a lot with training people or my patients to learn to understand how to let go a little bit, how to slowly move away from that sense of ideal, how to find the incorrect thinking patterns that lead us to believe that if we do not create this sense of perfection, then we are failing in some way, or it reflects on us as people or as human beings. For example, a really personal one is that I had tied my sense of self-worth to how clean my house is. That's something that I struggled with for a really long time, and it created such a level of tension within me, that I was constantly stressed. That, amongst a lot of other things, created this stress load within me, that made sure that I woke up every day feeling really anxious and unsettled, and considering myself quite dirty and unclean and unlikable almost, which is not a very nice mindset to walk around with. So if there is some area in your life where you think that maybe you're working a little bit too hard to create an ideal sort of situation or scenario, maybe that needs a bit of your attention. Maybe that needs a bit of questioning from you to figure out what makes me feel that this is such an important part of my life. Why do I feel that if every single meal that I put on the table isn't home cooked, then I'm not doing a good enough job as the carer, or the person who cooks the food in the home? Why do I feel that if all my clothes, or the clothes that my family wear, are not designer clothes, then we're failing somehow and we're not as successful as we should be? There are lots of areas in our life where we push ourselves to beyond our limits, and it would be nice if we took a look at that and tried to figure out what's the bigger meaning behind that action, rather than just mindlessly repeating that action over and over and over again and passing it on to the next generation, or creating that neuroses in the people around us or the people we live with, leading them to believe that you need to behave in this way without questioning it. Questioning is not a bad thing to do in certain situations. Sometimes we need to understand ourselves better in order to make our lives a bit happier. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful.